Boys and girls, welcome to my channel. I'm ForClassic and welcome to Rock of Ages 3 Make and Break. This game it is developed by the Ace team, according with the developers behind all the Rock of Ages games, but they have also a new developer inside the series, which probably haven't done well a good favor to the series in fact. So this game it is using Unreal Engine 4. And honestly, I have never played any Rock of Ages, despite I have the second game on Steam. I actually never installed it to try it out. I think I got it on a Humble Bundle or something. And I couldn't really give it too much attention on, or any at all. So I've noticed that the third game was released and I decided to try out and see what it was all about, as well as deliver the benchmarks for you. So here we are, Rock of Ages 3, and this is probably the most ridiculous game I ever seen, in a good way, honestly. It seems that there are some weird storytelling about the gods and the way they fight each other with boulders and races. So there are tons of stuff weird with this game. I can't even explain. I think it's more easier for you to go to the Steam page and watch the trailer. And there we go. Fatal error, just because I destroyed everything. Alright, so let's take a look on the settings that I do recommend you to play. So this is 1080p, I'm playing with maximum settings, ultra settings, and the performance it is pretty good. So jumping up to the requirements, these guys recommend an FX CPU or an i7 from the 4000 generation, 8 gigs of RAM, and a GTX 970 with 4 GB, or an AMD RX 570, also with 4 GB. So like the usual, I always test the game with multiple different settings, and with 1080p, the settings that I decide to use in here, the frame rate it is awesome. It is an average of 118 frames per second, with a 1% of 84, while 1440p it was above 60 frames per second, but I think that the game might become too much more demanding than what you actually saw in here. So at 4K median settings, what I got it was an experience pretty much between the 40 to 50 frames per second, so it's still very playable, but I struggled a little bit with the levels where I need to take boulders from one cliff and need to avoid objects. So when I need to do that, I really miss those 60 frames per second, and I think that playing at 4K it is not a good idea with this graphic card, at least for this game. So just stick with 1440p maximum settings or 1080p. So this is what you're actually seeing in here. It is one of the ridiculous storytelling that this game presents you. It is absolutely amazing on its way, and oh my god, it's, I don't know, I can't even explain how stupid this is, but this is what makes the game special, you know. It is really this art, the way that it jokes about it, and the resolution that it has to the problems. So at these moments, these guys are panicking and they needed to attack the Cyclops, but what they decide to do, they decide to tie all the ships together and throw boulders of ships into the rock so that it moves. What the hell? I mean, what the hell it is happening? Alright, so despite the greatest ideas that this game have, and all of them being stupid, which is amazing, the game wasn't really being well received on Steam. That's the point. I mean, community aren't really satisfied with this third game. Despite it follows the same concepts of the second game, it is pretty much more of the same, but worse. This is what community it is saying. And they are actually thinking that the new developer team was responsible for most of this, and that's probably the reason why the game it isn't as good as it would be. But this is just their accusations, you know. Apart from that, I think the game it is, yes, it feels pretty good, honestly. I never played the second one, but now that I know that the second one it is far better, probably I will play it, because I was already enjoying this third game, so I can't even imagine how the second one can be better. So this game supports cooperative with a maximum of 4 players. And if you are a guy that wants to build levels and build stupid things, this is for you, because this game supports, you know, an editor where you can create your own levels with your own ideas. So I think it is pretty good in that regard. So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about Rock of Ages 3. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the gameplay, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye. Woohoo!
We are safe in this castle for now, but the Cyclops is still out there. There he is at the top of the hill, and he has plenty of boulders to keep throwing at us. Luckily, we are skilled builders, so we can construct defenses to stop those rocks before they hit our castle gate. If the castle gates are broken, we are history. Let's start by building towers for defense. A tower defense, if you will. see there is a gold mine nearby. Let's build a bank next to it to extract some gold.